Good evening, friends. Welcome to this video. So today we are going to discuss about how to learn syntaxes in Python in a perfect way, in an effective way. So I am going to share you few secrets about Python syntaxes, how we are going to learn. Okay, we should not basically like mug up the syntaxes. We have to understand the syntaxes and we have to categorize the syntaxes. So I am going to show you the top secret today. We are going to learn about that. Okay, then while we are waiting, friends, let's move on and try to learn. Okay, I am going to show the secrets. Let me share my screen. So yeah, so now we are going into the learning about the syntax. Okay, so yeah, let's move further. Yeah, the first way, friends, in syntax, just I'm going to give you like a Python syntaxes we are going to learn about today. See, friends, so the Python syntaxes, first and foremost, like as I said, like we have to categorize the syntaxes. See, in entire Python, we have a two category of syntaxes, friends. Okay, as I said, like we should not mug up. We have to understand that. See, first way of syntax is something like a object dot method. Okay, just I'm talking about like a object dot method, object dot method, and second syntax I'm talking about like a function dot method, or function of object, rather to say function of object. See, friends, in entire Python, every syntax or every code will belongs to either of these two syntaxes. Either it fall under object dot method, or either it should fall under function of object. But none of the syntaxes will not come out of these two kind of like a syntaxes, these two kind of categories which I am talking about. Okay, and also I'm going to show you how to understand the syntax. The next secret is like a how to understand the syntax, Python syntaxes. Okay, these are all the two things I'm going to explain you today, and I'm going to crack the actual. I will decode that point. Okay, so let's move on. See, if you take any kind of syntaxes, okay, Python is an object-oriented programming. Okay, Python is an object-oriented programming. If you take any object, any syntaxes, or I mean to say, if you take any kind of a Python variables, okay, it could be list, tuple, dictionary, set, iterator, generator, even it could be anything, package, function, list, anything, package, function, any kind of object that should be a in Python. It's always an object, friends. Okay, suppose if I declare, let's say I'm declaring a course. Okay, just I'm declaring the course name as a like a Python for DevOps. Okay, just I'm declaring like a Python Python for DevOps using AI. Okay, just I'm trying to show this is one of the course. Okay, this is one of the course. So this is what, friends, this is a string object. Okay, this is the string object which I'm mentioning here is a string object. So syntax over here is like this is an object, friends. Okay, now I'm going to create a any, if I want to call any method. Okay, I'm going to call any method. Let's say I'm trying to call any method. Okay, just I'm going to call like a course dot. Okay, just I'm going to call like a course. Okay, just I'm going to call a course dot. See, friends, I'm trying to use a capitalize, let's say. Okay, see, if I want to use another thing like, let's say, capital, like a course dot lower upper, if you take anything, friends, it is coming as a object dot method. Okay, as I said, like a first syntax, it is something like a object dot method. See, the method could be a capital, upper, lower, anything, friends. Okay, it is something like a the syntax looks like a object dot method. Okay, whenever you are trying to call the methods by using an object, you have to use this syntax which is called as an object dot method. Suppose I want to create a, let's say I want to use a function. Okay, I want to use a function. Okay, so then what kind of syntaxes will come under this function, friends? There is a, see, here is something like a function. Okay, here is like a function. So anything is a function is something like a length or type, or if you are talking about like a if you are talking about any kind something enumerate function or zip function, anything, friends, these are all nothing but a function. which is function here is like a length and time. Here in this case, object is a course, which is a string object, the methods are capital upper and lower. Okay, the capital upper and lower. So here is friends like a function of object. Here is object is a course. Now see, earlier syntax object was outside, now second syntax object is in inside. Okay, because we are using a function and inside the function we are passing an object. Here in this case, with the function we are trying to access the methods. Okay, that is the actual beauty of the syntax. So whenever you are trying to understanding the syntax or remembering the syntaxes, don't remember, you have to categorize the syntaxes either of two ways. Either it could be object dot method or it could be a function of like a object. Okay, so now next thing is friends, whenever you are understanding the syntaxes, okay, whenever you are understanding the syntaxes, as this whenever you are looking for the syntax, as I said, you have to understand the syntaxes. So just I am going to get it like a simple print statement, friends. Okay, just I am going to get it like a print statement. Okay, so if you go for the print statement, okay, if you go for the print statement, see, print statement is containing these are all the parameters. Okay, print statement, the syntax is containing these are all the parameters. First parameter is a star value, second parameter is a separator, end, file and flush. We should understand the syntax. Whatever I said, we should understand the syntax. So you should understand each and every parameter. You should not mug up the syntaxes. You should understand the syntax for what purpose being used. See, values is used for the star values. Star means in Python, it's a like a multiple positional parameters. Star means multiple positional parameters, and separator is something which is separating each parameter or each value. End is something you can keep it. You can place it a end value of each like a variable, and file and flush which can be used for the file operations. Friends, you should understand in this way whenever you are trying to learning any kind of syntax. Okay, just I am trying to get it like a, let's say I'm giving like a welcome to Python. Okay, welcome to Python programming. Okay, just I'm giving comma separator here. Okay, and end I'm using like a star. Okay, you should be capable enough like why we are using a end. It is going to give it like a, at the end with the stars. Okay, and also I'm going to use it something like a, another parameter. Okay, I'm going to use it something like welcome to Python programming for DevOps. Okay, just I'm using for DevOps using AI. Okay, just I mentioned like a using AI. Okay, just I mentioned as a using AI. Okay, so now see friends, here we should know like why we are getting multiple string parameters, how it is getting multiple string parameters. See, you have to understand, like just now I mentioned you, there is a thing like a star arcs. Okay, you should understand why is mean by star arcs. Star arcs are nothing but these are all the multiple arguments, like you can have it like a multiple arguments, n arguments. So here we are having a two arguments, so argument and argument 2 is nothing but these are all the string arguments. You should understand the syntaxes in this way, friends. Okay, and we are having a star, and we have a one more separator is also there. Let me have a separator like a, just I'm having a separator over here, like separator is equal to, I'm keeping a separator as at the rate, and I'm giving a like a another parameter which is a end, friends. Okay, you should understand the syntaxes of the print and you have to utilize it, friends. Okay, so now I am going to run this program. Okay, if you try to run this program, you can get the more and more clarity. See, if you see, it is trying to run like a, like it is trying to give you, okay, let me remove this. Okay, now I'm trying to run once again. So here is like a, it is going to give you like a Python to, like welcome to Python for DevOps. Okay, it has to give the welcome to Python for DevOps. Okay, let me see why it is giving, just let me see. Yeah, here is like I have to save the file. I have saved the file. Just now I'm trying to run this one. Okay. If you see, you can see the welcome to Python for programming. See friends, here the separator which is being separated by the two like a strings. This is the first string. This is the second string, and you can use the end parameter. Okay. So in this way, we have to understand the syntaxes, friends. Okay. So I'm going to say you like a final thing is like in Python, there are the only two syntaxes. One is a object dot method, and another one is what, friends? Like another one is first is an object dot method, and next one is like a function of object. So these are all the two. Okay, these are all the two methods we have to follow, and these are all the two syntaxes we have to follow. And finally, you have to understand the each and every syntax which is containing the function, and these are all the parameters, friends. So here this falls under like a function of object, friends. Okay, this falls under the print statement is falls under the like a function of object. Okay, so it is taking a function and I'm having a multiple objects like a string object 1, string object 2, string object 3, and string object 4. Okay, so in this way you have to understand the syntaxes. Okay, so see, friends, so once you understand the syntaxes, once you categorize the syntaxes, you will come to know the like what is the exactly the syntaxes importance, and as well as you can easily understand the syntaxes, friends. Okay, thank you, friends. Like if you find like this video is useful for you to understand the syntaxes, and if you are finding like you are getting the very useful content related to the Python, okay, if you feel this video is very good, just try to like just try to comment, and as well as like a share, and as well as subscribe, friends. You can see like a bell button is there. Okay, please subscribe to the bell button and please encourage me. Okay, I will come to you with next video, and thank you. Have a good day.